3520 Broadway, and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad. Joining me today, Julie Quinn with J-Dub's College for Life, and of course, J-Dub John Wood Community College. Welcome,
That's
Julie.
Right. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So we were talking off camera, which I wish we would have had it rolling because you're full of information, right? And you seem to be really passionate about it. Of course, you are the coordinator for this, so I'm glad you have some passion about it. But tell me what College for Life is.
Sure, yeah. So College for Life is a program for students with intellectual disabilities. We provide non-credit courses so that they can continue to learn and grow and thrive after they're out of their K-12 education.
Right, which is excellent because we were talking that, of course, the education and growing your skill set is always important, but the socialization of it is just so important.
It really is, and I don't think we should minimize it.
Right.
Frequently we'll say, that school isn't supposed to be about making friends. Well, really making connections and having those kinds of things in our lives help us to thrive and to flourish.
Absolutely.
And, sometimes people can languish after a period of, intense growth, and then there's just nothing happening and a feeling of kind of treading water or something like that. And there are some skills that we can also help people acquire so that they can go on and do some things, working, in a lot of different fields. We just got done with, and I didn't tell you this earlier, but we just got done with a partnership with Blessing Hospital, a partnership I think we're going to continue with, where we did some job shadowing at the hospital.
Oh, cool.
And students are in the process of either applying for some volunteer work or even some positions.
Yeah.
Some entry-level positions. So those are great things. And then along with that, that idea that we all want to have some fun,
Sure.
learn a new skill, enjoy an activity together. And so we provide classes that are, for that very reason, just to kind of grow and
continual
learn and have
growth.
a good time.
I love it. I love it. So, and this, of course, we're talking about summer mini sessions, right?
Yes.
Because you guys just announced those. Is that
Yeah,
right?
This is our first time that we're going to do this.
Excellent.
I have a wonderful dean, and he really allows us all to have autonomy. And yet, when he asks for something or even just mentions something, I try to listen because, I can tell that it's important to him. And
Sure.
And he said, I always thought it'd be a good idea to have a summer session as a recruiting event. And I thought, well, let's go ahead and try that.
Done and done.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we could use a few more students
Okay.
to join. It really is something that we're looking towards those high school age students or some college age students that, haven't begun that process yet.
Gotcha.
Our current students are welcome to come to this little summer session
Yeah.
and enjoy. And they're not exactly our focus right now. We really are looking for new students.
New students.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
So can you give us an idea of what courses you're offering? Because we talked about, a lot of them are more for growth and fun, not necessarily credit. So we want to make sure we shout that out, right? A little bit. Okay.
That is right.
Yeah.
That is right. And yet, we all need those skills of being able to cook for ourselves, to be
Sure.
able to feed ourselves. So we've got a food science class, so we'll do a few experiment types of things, why does popcorn pop and things like that,
Yeah.
along with some basic safety skills in the kitchen
Sure.
and things. So that's one of our classes. And in that particular session, you can also choose from a course that is it's actually kind of an arts and crafts thing. They're going to be designing masks, but we're going to talk about kind of what's your superpower, what's your alter ego kind of a thing, and we're going to incorporate
Fun.
that into a mask that they're going to make. So that'll be the early morning session, and then the second little session they can choose from. One of them is another art thing where they're going to be making a big mural, and we call it saying big, say it big. So we're going to kind of, as a group, decide what's the message we want to get out there.
Sure.
Maybe it's we all belong, or maybe it's we're all unique, or whatever. And then we're going to work on a mural.
Yeah.
And then the last class they can choose from is a performing arts, kind of a theater thing, getting used to speaking in front of people and being able to feel a little bit comfortable in your skin.
You're right. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So now these courses are held, is it July 22nd?
Yep.
Okay.
The week of the 22nd.
Okay.
And we'll do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So, 4 mornings. So it's not a big ask
Sure.
to get a taste of what might be to come for
Yeah.
some students. And we've had some great feedback from families about this opportunity.
Yeah, I love it. And so it's not a huge, dedication of your time, right? But
Nope.
it is time. I mean, it's a good time to come out and, learn a new skill, have some fun. I love the ideas for the courses. I think that's awesome. So, there's a cost, right? I mean,
There is. I'm
okay.
so sorry. Yes,
No, you're
yes,
okay.
yes. Yeah. So $50 a course. Which,
Okay.
So I don't feel like it's a big.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that it can be difficult, and if people have any kinds of barriers, they should contact us. We're at jwcc.edu, and that's where you apply. That's where you sign up for your classes, and that's where you could ask for some support if you
Okay.
needed some financial support,
Sure.
because we do have some scholarships that
Gotcha.
we could help out with.
Love that.
Things. Yeah.
And of course, they can learn more about the courses and what to expect. And then, real quick, you also mentioned something that is brand new, hot off the presses, right? It's so
Yeah.
exciting. Is it okay if we talk about it?
I think so.
Okay.
I decided to shout it out to the universe, and hopefully it'll stick.
There you go.
So, there's some big movement in higher education and being inclusive and diverse and making sure that we're accessible. So there are ways that universities and colleges are having programs where there are credit-bearing classes that people can receive financial aid for, and they're getting an accredited certificate to give them skills to be able to go out into the workforce.
Excellent.
And not every student with an intellectual disability is going to have that desire, but for those that want that kind of rigor, that's what we're working on. And so
Yeah.
we're looking to partner with UIC in Chicago and the Chicago City Schools to kind of mirror the programs that they are developing. We have 16 programs in the state of Illinois within various colleges and universities for students with intellectual disabilities at varying levels of intensity. Some are those real intense certificate-bearing
Sure.
programs. Some are more like what we currently have at College for Life, which is non-credit. But we're hoping to have both.
Yeah.
That's our goal.
That would be outstanding.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
really excited.
Well, so hopefully, let's get enrollment up on this, and hopefully that will trickle into the college credit courses. I think that would be.
Maybe I can come back sometime and talk about
I would
the
love that.
successes of that.
I would
I'm
love
really
that.
hopeful.
Well, I'm going to say it's going to happen. So
Yeah,
we're just going to say we're
let's
looking
just
forward
speak
to it. Yeah. Okay, Julie Quinn, thank you so much. Summer mini session for College for Life. If you want more information,
JWCC.edu.
Look at you go. Julie, thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, I sit down with Laura Sievert Hesseltine. Stay tuned.
Kelly's has been a fun place to eat and drink in Quincy since 1982. A fun and friendly atmosphere, food with flavor, homemade cinnamon rolls, and famous cheese soup, the best menu in town. Kelly's, 2902 Broadway, Quincy.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition. With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday. Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
Are you looking for the perfect venue for your next special event? Check out Utopia Event Center. Utopia has a large banquet room and an awesome bar area, perfect for anything from birthday parties to formal corporate meetings. It also offers a photo booth, stage for a DJ or a live band, and a fully stocked bar, all for only $300. Check us out at utopiaeventcenter.com or call Barn at 217-430-6559 for more information. Utopia Event Center, 900 North 12th Street in Quincy.
The Tower, a great place to meet and eat. But did you know the Tower has one of the finest drink selections in our area? Along with its incredible Mexican menu, the Tower specializes in tequilas for every taste. Names like Patron, Cabo Wabo, and Hornitos. And don't forget the margaritas. On Mondays and Tuesdays, stop by and pick up a single topping pizza and get Tower margaritas to go. Enjoy the Tower at home or in our dining room, bar area, or the Tower's signature climate-controlled porch. The Tower Pizza and Mexican in Quincy.
And welcome back. Joining me now, Laura Sievert Hesseltine. Hey, congratulations on the new last name.
Thank you. We're having a lot of fun.
I bet. Yeah. It's always exciting when those life changes happen, right?
It is, although the hyphenation of the name is new for me, so it's making the emails longer. But
yeah,
other than that, it's making the days happier.
There you go. And that's what's important. Absolutely. So you are the executive director of Arts Quincy, right? And so America's first Arts Council, is that right?
That's right. Founded right here in Quincy in 1947.
Okay.
My founder was George Irwin, and he founded our Arts Council, then the Illinois Arts Council, then the Americans for the Arts, then the National Endowment for the Arts. So he was rather a titan of the arts.
Yeah.
He passed away at age 99 in 2020. I used to call George my cranky pen pal because he was so involved. I mean, right up to the end of his life, where he would get our magazine and he would say, "Hey, Laura, I love these 3 things you did, but here's all the other things you should be doing.
Yeah.
And you should buy every old building in town and fix it up." And also,
so
he would give me all of this feedback.
He didn't get where he was by not being ambitious, right?
And dreaming big, and to start a little group in Quincy that said that arts councils could speak for all of the arts and could promote the sector is such a cool concept, because now they're all over not just the country but the world. There are arts councils everywhere, and they started right here.
That's insane. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's
See,
a
I
big
learned
deal.
something new every day on this show. So speaking of, getting the word out, getting awareness out. So you guys are bringing someone pretty important with some pretty important information, right?
That's right. The Illinois Arts Council has been doing some big restructuring, and what they really realized is a lot of those decisions that happen at the Arts Council are made up in Chicago, and there's a lot of states south of Chicago. So they've done some restructuring and made 5 regions to Illinois and gave us each our own director for the region.
Okay.
That's a direct pipeline to the dollars of the Arts Council, right? So the Pritzker administration increased arts funding for the year, and we want to make sure that Western Illinois gets a piece of it,
Sure.
A big piece of it if we can help it. So we're holding an informational session with our new regional West Central Illinois director. His name's Jerome Grand, terrific guy, just to let people know what's available to them through grants through the Arts Council.
Gotcha.
A lot of us in the industry already know about nonprofit grants, so most of my nonprofits are coming, but this is a special session because it also affects people who work in artistic industry, so maybe photographers or even wedding event planners. There could be funding out there for you. But also arts educators if you work in the schools. Park districts and libraries can be there. In fact, ours are both signed up. But we're just really looking at all of the grant programs that are out there through the Illinois Arts Council and trying to connect the people in this region who are eligible for them.
Sure. Connecting the resources. Now, when you have, and this may be a question, but so normally when grants are involved, you have to have a grant request or grant writing. Now, do y'all help? People do that? Okay.
We absolutely do. It's actually my specialty is grant writing. And it's not as intimidating as people think.
Gotcha.
You just have to be able to tell your own story.
Sure.
So Artist Fellowships is a good example. They did Artist Fellowships all over the state, up to $15,000 for individual artists. These are people doing art for a living. And there are people in Quincy who do art for a living or hope to do art for a living, and I want them to be a part of that program. So yeah, I'll sit down in my office any day and help somebody write a beautiful grant to express what they're doing and try to get the funding to make it their full-time career.
Sure, yeah.
This also includes the youth employment in the arts category this year. So it's what funds my intern every year. I have an intern every year, and it's what pays their salary to make sure that they are paid. So any of those organizations out there, you just talked to John Wood, who's got a great College for Life program. Mm-hmm. That's a good opportunity for an intern to get involved, and the state can help pay for that if we apply for those funds.
Gotcha.
So connecting people to the money is what your Arts Council here in Quincy does.
Yeah. Yeah. And so you're bringing this fellow in to kind of give some more information on how to attain some of those funds, what's available, who qualifies. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay.
And this is taking place at the Quincy Museum at 3 o'clock on Wednesday. You can RSVP. We've got a link on our website, and it's been out in emails and on our Facebook page too to RSVP. It really helps us just know how much snacks to to bring.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
People,
'Cause
I
those
need
are
to know
important.
how many chairs and how much snacks.
Yes.
So please tell me that. Please tell me you're coming. And then, we should have a great information session. You can ask your questions too. And if you cannot make it because it is a daytime event, we're going to record that and have a webinar up available too. But
Gotcha.
love to have people, especially those individuals who are in arts industries besides our nonprofits,
Sure.
to get them involved in getting some funding from the state.
Yeah, I love it. It seems, of course, you want to connect resources to the people who need them.
That's right.
And
we're always working towards that. You know, the last time I was here on Muddy River, we were talking about riverfront development, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're coming off a couple successful concerts down on the riverfront, and I think we're starting to imagine what could be possible, not just for the arts, but for the entertainment sector,
Mm-hmm.
and how those things kind of go hand in hand. If we had a beautiful amphitheater on the riverfront, we could have concerts, but we can also have park band, and we can also have the symphony down there, and theatrical productions as well. So there's so much opportunity for growth if we're thinking big in the arts sector.
Right. Yeah. Possibilities are endless. That's for sure. Speaking of possibilities, you always have something going on, right? There's always something coming up, right?
There's always something
Yes.
coming up. We just came off of Midsummer Arts Fair. We're headed into another busy July. There's a lot of classes going on for kids at the theater and the art center that you can still get involved with. Quincy Children's Museum, they're so jam-packed. And for those of people who don't know, the great thing about your Arts Council is we are sort of gathering all of that information in one place. So if you're thinking you don't have something to do any given weekend, I promise you, I have something for you to do.
You can find it.
I can find it.
Yes.
If you're interested in history, if you're interested in genealogy or woodworking, I mean, there's just so many possibilities. We have 55 partner organizations, and that is really on all types of art forms. And we just want to connect you with the things that you love.
Yeah. So where do people go to find out more about anything
All
that they
of
want
that,
to? Yeah.
absolutely. Well, my favorite feature is on our website. It's artsquincy.org. We put in a new calendar a couple
I
of
saw
years
that.
ago.
That's awesome. Mhm.
And you push one button, and it uploads to your Google Calendar or your Outlook calendar. And I need that in my life. I need
Amen,
one
sister.
button that
Yes.
reminds me something is coming up.
Yes.
And also, of course, the socials on Facebook and all that, and Instagram and all of that is a good place to keep up. But we've got opportunities for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, and we're making that case that it's not just about arts and culture is definitely it's a fuzzy sector, right? It's something that makes everybody feel good.
Sure.
But I hope it also makes people think about the economy here in Quincy. We did a study, and we saw that over $650,000 is added to the tax base every year through the arts and culture sector. And that's just in Quincy proper. That's not even out into the county and things like that.
Wow.
So love seeing those numbers coming in. $15 million worth of economic activity is associated with the sector. And we're connecting people all over the place with things that they love that also drive visits to restaurants, that also drive visits to shops.
Development, baby.
We cannot wait for 6th Street to be beautiful and see the impact there and the partnerships that we can have there. Yeah. And then something, if you don't mind me tooting our horn a little bit.
Go for it, girl.
We had a really great year, and with the Arts Council support, Illinois Arts Council support, of expanding children's programming. And Arts Quincy, for the very first time, gave every K through 5 student in all of Adams County an arts field trip.
Oh, wow.
It was a crazy amount of collaboration. So each of the grade levels did something different. Like kindergartners went to the Children's Museum, and first graders went to the library and did a dance class. Second graders did something with the theater, but each grade level did something awesome. And when we talk about membership in your arts council or supporting your arts council in other ways, it's such a big deal to outreach to every kid in the county. We didn't miss anybody, right? We gave all these opportunities out. We also reached into Brown County for the first time and did a Christmas activity with them, inviting families to spend time together at the Quincy Museum. And that was a huge success. Quincy Museum had bigger numbers in the 2 weeks of that promotion than they had the entire of last December.
That's awesome.
So it was great to connect people. But that's what we've been working on, is really making sure that support's there to give your kids field trips and to give families time together. Because
planting that seed for arts and culture, which is very much alive in Quincy, but it doesn't happen naturally, right? It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of involvement, engagement. So I'm happy to know that you're doing, you're holding events like this to get people in the know on how they can benefit from some of the resources that you offer, and then connect those dots and keep the cog turning, right? Creating all of that good stuff in Quincy, because it is something, when you look around, even if you get a little complacent, especially if you live in Quincy and you're traveling every day, I urge you to just kind of look around, because it's everywhere and it's so cool in Quincy.
It is. I'm in the park band, and we had 200 people outside yesterday at the park band on a Sunday where it was a hot Sunday.
Yeah.
And we still had people come out and see us. I actually did some consulting for the city of Joliet, which is much, much, much larger than Quincy. I think it's the third or fourth by population size in Illinois. They don't have a park band. They want to start this kind of stuff that we have here and maybe take for granted. 76 years we've had a park band.
Wow.
I want to see us recognize that that's amazing. And those are family opportunities. But they're also, I always drive that economic message home, but it's a town you want to live in because there are these opportunities.
Absolutely.
Right? It's recruitment, it's retention, it's quality of life. And that's what your Arts Council is out there working on every day.
Excellent. Good to know. Always good to talk to you. You always have so much going on, and I think we're very, very lucky for that. So thank you for all the hard work you put in, and good luck. And if you are interested in learning more about grants or funding available to help promote your personal love, possibly turn it into something that can make you some moolah, right?
Absolutely.
So Wednesday, June 26th at the Quincy Museum, right, at 1601 Main Street. I urge you to do it. Now, where would they go if they want more information, or if they,
It's all over our website at artsquincy.org, as well as our Facebook page, and we'll be sharing a lot leading up to the event here in the next couple of days.
Excellent. Laura, thank you so much, and congratulations on the new last name.
Thank you so
much.
Love
it. All right, I think that does it for today's Daily Muddy. We'll catch you back here tomorrow for Coffee Talk. See you then.